can go for a test drive in a new Chevette just by asking.
The little car that does everything well.
Rambler American is your kind of car.
Deep within the archives of car lore, the 1960s emerged as a time of big ideas and bold changes, giving birth to legendary vehicles that still command attention on today's roads. But within this era of triumph and progress, a hidden side emerges, where the blunders and shortcomings of automotive innovation dwell. Whether it's the colossal misfires of industry titans or the doomed trials of eager newcomers, no car is safe from scrutiny. Join us on this captivating adventure as we explore the 13 worst cars from the 1960s that nobody wants back. Number 1. The Edsel by Ford. During its brief production run from 1958 to 1960, the Edsel, a creation of the Ford Motor Company, etched its name into the records of automotive history, not for its performance or innovation, but for its spectacular failure in the market. Designed to fill the gap between Ford and Mercury, the Ford Edsel was marketed as a symbol of modernity and sophistication. However, it quickly became synonymous with disappointment and became a symbol of misguided marketing strategies. Edsel's downfall can be attributed to several factors, chief among them being its polarizing design. The car featured unconventional styling elements, such as a distinctive horse-collar grille and unique tail fins, which failed to resonate with consumers. Despite extensive market research, Ford misjudged public taste preferences, resulting in a product that failed to capture the imagination of potential buyers. Moreover, the timing of Edsel's release couldn't have been worse. Launched during a period of economic uncertainty and amidst fierce competition from other automotive giants, the Edsel struggled to find its footing in a crowded marketplace. Additionally, its pricing was perceived as too high for the features it offered, further dampening consumer interest. Despite a massive marketing campaign that touted the Edsel as the car of the future, sales figures fell far short of expectations. Ford's investment in the brand, estimated to be in the hundreds of millions, failed to yield returns, leading to its demise after a few model years. Today, the story of the Ford Edsel stands as a warning for both marketers and businesses. It highlights the importance of understanding consumer preferences, conducting thorough market research, and avoiding overhyped expectations. While the Edsel may have been a failure in the automotive world, it was probably not as bad as the AMC Pacer.
In case you're wondering where you could get the Pacer,
Here they come.
just drop in at P. Piper's place or any other AMC dealer.
Number 2. AMC Pacer. In 1975, the American Motors Corporation, AMC, unveiled a car that would leave an indelible mark on automotive history, the AMC Pacer. Marked as a bold departure from traditional design, the Pacer turned heads with its unconventional styling and unique features. However, despite its innovative approach, the Pacer failed to resonate with consumers, largely due to its underwhelming performance and divisive aesthetics. One of the Pacer's defining characteristics was its distinctive bubble-like shape, earning it the nickname the Fishbowl among critics and enthusiasts alike. Its wide, rounded design and expansive glass surfaces were intended to provide a sense of spaciousness and futuristic appeal. Yet, while it certainly stood out on the road, the Pacer's unusual appearance failed to captivate the hearts of car buyers. Beyond its polarizing looks, the Pacer struggled to deliver on the performance front. Equipped with engines that were often criticized for being underpowered and inefficient, the Pacer fell short of expectations in terms of speed and fuel economy. This lackluster performance further dampened its appeal in a market where performance and efficiency were becoming increasingly important considerations for consumers. Despite initial enthusiasm and curiosity surrounding its launch, the Pacer's lack of popularity ultimately led to its demise. Sales figures never reached the levels AMC had hoped for, and the car struggled to find a foothold in an increasingly competitive marketplace. By the time production ceased in 1980, the Pacer had become a symbol of missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. This ill-fated car shared similarities with one of Chevrolet's products.
The spirit of Chevrolet, full full expression to the feeling of excitement that sparks all Chevrolets for 63.
Number 3. The Chevrolet Corvair. In the late 1950s, Chevy introduced the Corvair, a compact car that dared to challenge regular automotive design. With its rear-mounted air-cooled engine, sleek lines, and unique styling, the Corvair captured the imagination of car lovers and industry observers alike. However, despite its innovative design, the Corvair's journey was marred by controversy and criticism, ultimately leading to its untimely discontinuation. One of the most significant issues plaguing the Corvair was its handling characteristics. The rear engine layout, while offering advantages in terms of interior space and weight distribution, also posed challenges in terms of stability. Some drivers found the Corvair's handling to be unpredictable, particularly in certain driving conditions such as high-speed cornering or during abrupt maneuvers. These handling quirks led to concerns about safety, with some critics going as far as to label the Corvair as unsafe at any speed, a phrase famously coined by consumer advocate Ralph Nader in his book, Unsafe at Any Speed, published in 1965. Nader's critique of Corvair's handling, along with other safety issues in the automotive industry, sparked public outcry and put pressure on manufacturers to prioritize safety in their designs. The negative publicity surrounding Corvair's safety issues dealt a significant blow to its reputation and sales figures. Despite Chevrolet's efforts to address some of the handling concerns through design modifications and updates, the damage had been done. By 1969, Chevrolet had discontinued production of the Corvair, bringing an end to its tumultuous tenure in the automotive market. While the Corvair may have faded into obscurity, its legacy endures as a cautionary tale in the automotive industry. It serves as a reminder of the importance of prioritizing safety and thorough testing in vehicle design, as well as the potential consequences of overlooking critical issues for the sake of innovation. Now let's talk about another failed attempt by the American Motors Corporation.
Marlin, sport fastback with stretch-out room. Production is limited, but the excitement isn't. If you're strong enough to handle one, catch yourself a Marlin.
Number 4. The Rambler Marlin. The American Motors Corporation sought to carve out a niche in the competitive automotive market with the introduction of the Rambler Marlin in the mid-1960s. Designed to combine the practicality of a family car with the sporty appeal of a coupe, the Rambler Marlin represented a bold departure from traditional automotive styling. However, despite its innovative approach, the Rambler Marlin faced an uphill battle in finding its place in the market, hindered by its polarizing design and perceived lack of performance features. From its distinctive fishback silhouette to its sleek lines and unique rear window treatment, the Rambler Marlin certainly stood out on the road. Yet its unconventional styling divided opinions among consumers, with some appreciating its distinctiveness while others found it off-putting. This polarizing aesthetic made it difficult for the Marlin to attract a broad audience, limiting its appeal in a market where conformity often reigned supreme. Furthermore, while the Marlin boasted some features geared towards performance, such as optional V8 engines and handling upgrades, it failed to distinguish itself significantly in terms of performance compared to its competitors. This lack of standout performance features further hampered Marlin's ability to compete effectively in a segment where performance and power were important selling points. Let's take a look at another Ford product that nobody wants back.
When you get back to basics, you get back to Ford. Pinto, 2-door sedan or 3-door runabout at your Ford dealers.
Number 5. Ford Pinto. The Ford Pinto entered the automotive scene in the 1970s with high hopes, promising affordable transportation for the masses. However, its legacy would be forever tainted by a series of safety issues, most notably its flawed fuel tank design, which would ultimately lead to a series of recalls, lawsuits, and a tarnished reputation that still lingers today. At the heart of the Pinto's safety concerns was its fuel tank placement, positioned in such a way that it was vulnerable to rupturing in rear-end collisions. This flaw became tragically evident in numerous accidents, where the Pinto's fuel tank would rupture upon impact, leading to fires and catastrophic consequences for occupants. Despite internal knowledge of these safety risks during the development phase, Ford chose to proceed with production, calculating that the cost of redesigning the fuel system outweighed the potential cost of settlements in the event of accidents. This decision would come back to haunt the company, as mounting public awareness and outcry led to a series of highly publicized lawsuits and recalls. The Pinto's reputation as a dangerous vehicle became firmly entrenched, with consumers increasingly wary of its safety record. Sales plummeted, and Ford's image took a severe hit as it struggled with the fallout from the Pinto debacle. While the Ford Pinto may be remembered for its flaws and controversies, it also stands out as a reminder of the enduring responsibility that automotive companies hold in ensuring the safety and well-being of their consumers. Would anyone forget the Chevrolet Vega?
Vega. Agile.
In the early 1970s, Chevrolet unveiled the Vega with much anticipation and fanfare, heralding it as a groundbreaking compact car designed to meet the needs of a changing automotive landscape. However, what began as a promising venture quickly turned sour, as Vega's reputation was tarnished by a series of quality control issues, ultimately leading to a decline in sales and consumer confidence. One of the most notorious problems plaguing the Vega was its vulnerability to rust. Despite efforts to use innovative materials such as galvanized steel to combat corrosion, the Vega's body panels were prone to rusting prematurely, particularly in areas with harsh climates or exposure to road salt. This flaw not only detracted from the car's aesthetic appeal, but also raised concerns about its long-term durability and reliability. In addition to rust issues, the Vega also faced challenges with its engine design. The aluminum block engine, touted for its lightweight construction and fuel efficiency, proved to be prone to premature wear and failure. Common issues included oil consumption, cylinder head failures, and overheating, leading to costly repairs and headaches for owners. As reports of quality control problems spread, consumer confidence in the Vega waned and sales began to decline. Despite Chevrolet's efforts to address some of the issues through warranty programs and design changes, the damage had been done. By the late 1970s, the Vega had faded into obscurity, leaving behind a legacy of disappointment and frustration. Shifting gear, let's look at one of Pontiac's most disliked cars. Number 7. The Pontiac Aztek. In 2001, Pontiac launched the Aztek with aspirations of capturing the growing crossover SUV market. However, instead of making waves as a trendsetter, the Aztek became infamous for its unconventional styling, earning it a place among the most disliked cars ever produced by the brand. At its core, the Aztek was a bold attempt to blend the practicality of an SUV with the versatility of a minivan. However, its design was polarizing, to say the least. With its odd proportions, clashing lines, and awkward plastic body cladding, the Aztek failed to resonate with consumers seeking a stylish and cohesive vehicle aesthetic. Beyond its questionable exterior, the Aztek's performance left much to be desired. Powered by underwhelming engines and saddled with subpar handling characteristics, the Aztek struggled to deliver the driving experience expected of a modern crossover. Its lackluster performance only compounded the negative perception already fostered by its unconventional design. Despite Pontiac's efforts to market the Aztek as a vehicle tailored to active lifestyles, complete with features like a removable cooler and tent attachment, consumers were largely unimpressed. Sales figures failed to meet expectations, and the Aztek quickly gained a reputation as a symbol of automotive design gone awry. Let's explore yet another creation from Ford's design department.
For those who prefer the cool world, the sheer excitement and breathtaking beauty of the new Mustang 2+2 is the answer.
Number 8. The Ford Mustang II. Ford unveiled the Mustang II in 1974, a departure from the muscle car era and a downsized iteration of the iconic Mustang. While the original Mustang had been celebrated for its powerful engines and delightful performance, the Mustang II faced criticism for its diminished power and lackluster performance compared to its predecessors. Gone were the days of roaring V8 engines and tire-smoking acceleration. Instead, the Mustang II was offered with smaller, more fuel-efficient engine options, reflecting the changing automotive landscape shaped by oil crises and tightening emissions regulations. While these changes were made in response to shifting market demands, they alienated many enthusiasts who had come to associate the Mustang brand with raw power and excitement. The Mustang II's smaller size and reduced weight also contributed to its perceived lack of performance. While it may have been more maneuverable and fuel efficient than its predecessors, it failed to deliver the same level of driving exhilaration and deep-seated thrills that had defined earlier Mustang models. Critics lamented the Mustang II as a shadow of its former self, lacking the boldness and bravado that had made the Mustang a cultural icon. Sales figures reflected this sentiment, with the Mustang II failing to capture the hearts of enthusiasts. Going forward, we're diving into the AMC Gremlin.
Youthful, great looking, a pleasure to drive. Gremlin for 1978.
Number 9. AMC Gremlin. In the automotive realm of the 1970s, the AMC Gremlin stood out as a distinctively compact and unconventional offering. Sporting a distinctive hatchback-style body and compact dimensions, the Gremlin aimed to carve its niche in the competitive market of subcompact cars. However, despite its uniqueness, the Gremlin found it difficult to capture consumer interest. With its compact size and distinctive appearance, the Gremlin certainly turned heads on the road. Yet its unconventional design also invited skepticism among consumers, who questioned its overall quality and reliability. This hesitancy was further compounded by perceptions of lackluster performance compared to its competitors in the subcompact segment. Issues such as inconsistent build quality and a perceived lack of refinement hindered its ability to win over consumers seeking reliability and performance in their vehicles. Now, let's break down the issues with the Chevrolet Chevette.
Chevette remains one of the best values on the road for anyone who wants a dependable, affordable, proven car that makes it more fun to go just about anywhere.
In the late 1970s and early 1980s, the Chevrolet Chevette emerged as a popular choice for budget-conscious consumers seeking affordability and fuel efficiency. With its compact size and frugal engine options, the Chevette offered a practical solution for drivers navigating the era of rising fuel prices. Praised for its affordability and commendable fuel efficiency, the Chevette found a place in the hearts of thrifty buyers looking to stretch their dollars at the gas pump. Its compact dimensions made it ideal for city driving and maneuvering through tight spaces, further enhancing its appeal to urban commuters. However, while the Chevette excelled in terms of cost-effectiveness, it fell short in the realm of performance. Equipped with modest engine options that prioritize fuel economy over power, the Chevette struggled to deliver the spirited driving experience that enthusiasts sought. Its sluggish acceleration and limited top speed left some drivers wanting more excitement behind the wheel. Additionally, the Chevette faced criticism for its interior materials, which were generally perceived as cheap and uninspiring. From hard plastics to Spartan upholstery options, the Chevette's cabin lacked the refinement and comfort found in some of its competitors. This aspect of the Chevette's design left some buyers feeling disappointed. Up next, we have the Plymouth Volare and Dodge Aspen.
Volare has a special suspension that gives you a smooth, comfortable ride, like a big car. You'll love it.
Number 11. Plymouth Volare and Dodge Aspen. In the 1970s, Plymouth and Dodge aimed to revitalize their lineup by introducing the Volare and Aspen as successors to the beloved Plymouth Valiant and Dodge Dart. Marketed as modernized versions of their predecessors, the Volare and Aspen were intended to offer improved features and performance while retaining the reliability and popularity of their predecessors. However, these aspirations were dashed as the Volare and Aspen quickly gained notoriety for their numerous quality control issues, tarnishing their reputation in the eyes of consumers. From engine troubles to electrical issues and rust-prone body panels, the Volare and Aspen fell far short of the standards set by their predecessors. These problems were particularly disappointing to consumers who had come to rely on the reputation of the Valiant and Dart for their durability and longevity. As reports of quality issues spread, consumer confidence in Volare and Aspen plummeted. Sales figures failed to meet expectations, and the once promising replacements for the Valiant and Dart soon became symbols of disappointment and frustration. Now, let's talk about a tale of success and stagnation.
Zip, zoom, style, room, 62 lark. Big car, comfort, easy to park.
Number 12. The Studebaker Lark. Upon its introduction, the Studebaker Lark emerged as a shining beacon of success for the Studebaker Corporation. Launched in 1959 amidst a rapidly evolving automotive landscape, the Lark captured the hearts of consumers with its compact size and stylish design, offering a refreshing alternative to the larger gas-guzzling vehicles of the era. In its early years, the Lark proved to be a hit among buyers seeking a practical and fuel-efficient vehicle without sacrificing style or comfort. Its compact dimensions made it ideal for navigating crowded city streets, while its sleek lines and modern design elements appealed to a wide range of consumers. Lark's success seemed assured, promising a bright future for Studebaker in the competitive automotive market. However, as the years passed, the Lark began to show signs of stagnation. While other automakers embraced innovation and introduced new features and advancements, the Lark remained largely unchanged, clinging to its outdated design and technology. Lark's inability to adapt to changing market dynamics and innovate ultimately led to its decline in popularity and eventual demise in 1964. Regrettably, one of Chrysler's models has landed on the list of cars that nobody desires to have again.
The car of your life, for the time of your life. Chrysler for 1960. Herewith, the case for Chrysler.
Number 13. The Chrysler Imperial. In its heyday, the Chrysler Imperial stood as a symbol of richness and luxury, offering affluent buyers a taste of automotive extravagance. Boasting plush interiors, powerful engines, and a commanding presence on the road, the Chrysler Imperial exuded sophistication and refinement. While the Imperial may have been luxurious, its appeal was hindered by its outdated styling. As other luxury brands embraced sleeker, more modern designs, Imperial clung to its traditional aesthetic, which began to feel increasingly antiquated. This lack of innovation made it difficult for Imperial to compete with its more stylish counterparts, relegating it to the sidelines of the luxury car market. Additionally, Imperial lagged behind its competitors in terms of technological advancements. While other luxury brands introduced new features and amenities, such as advanced infotainment systems and driver assistance technologies, Imperial remained relatively unchanged, relying on its reputation for luxury rather than embracing innovation. This reluctance to adapt to changing consumer preferences further diminished the Imperial's appeal among buyers seeking the latest and greatest in automotive technology. As a result, the brand struggled to maintain relevance in the fiercely competitive luxury car market. Sales declined and interest waned as buyers turned to more modern and technologically advanced alternatives. Today, the Imperial is viewed as an undesirable choice, overshadowed by its more innovative and stylish competitors.